Hello dear children, welcome to part 2 of the ancient education system of India. If you have watched the first video, you must have noticed that we have discussed and described in detail the way education was delivered in ancient India. We completed up to role of community, if you have seen clearly. I'm not going to read this. Now let us move on to next slide if you permit. So here we are. The next slide says continuation of Indian education system. See, the Indian education system continued in form of ashrams. Ashrams, I've shown you picture, right? This used to be this ideal place of learning wherein gurus used to deliver lecture and different sort of education in temples and as indigenous schools. During the medieval period, maktabas and madrasas became part of the education system. So medieval period, this is historical term. So during this period, maktabas and madrasas became part of the education system. During the pre-colonial period, pre-colonial period basically refers to period before invention of British. Okay. So during this period, what happened is indigenous education, like they say, indigenous education flourished in India. Okay, indigenous education flourish means indigenous education gain importance, momentum. This was an extension of the formal system that had taken roots earlier. So earlier there was formal education system, but then this was replaced by what? This was replaced by indigenous education system. Okay. This system was mostly religious and spiritual form of education. Talls in Bengal, Pathshalas in Western India, Chatuspadis in Bihar, and similar schools existed in other part of India. So different kind of schools are being discussed here. We are talking about education system that were prevalent somewhere in 7 BC, 6 BC, CE, and even earlier period or era. So tools in Bengal, Pathshalas in Western India, Chatuspadis in Bihar, and similar schools existed in other part of India. Local resources via donations supported education. See, now there is this fee structure wherein parents have to pay particular fee in order to educate their children, right? In private schools or government school, any sort of school, there's this fees which is to be collected for growth and development or for proper maintenance of a school. But then back then it used to happen via donation. References in texts and memoirs inform that villages also supported education in southern India. If you talk about southern India, we all know southern India, right? It is considered to be very literate part of the country. So in southern India, what used to happen rather is the villages used to support education system. It could be any form. Okay. So as we understand the ancient education system of India, it focused on holistic development, all-round development of the student, not just rote memorization of those traditional classroom technique wherein just the context or the lesson is being introduced and then no importance is given on holistic approach or holistic development. Okay. So earlier it used to be a holistic approach wherein development of the students both inner and outer self was being focused upon. Okay. So in a way we can say that holistic approach of education was something that used to prepare students for their life. Okay. So education was free and not centralized. Its foundations were laid in rich cultural traditions of India, thereby helping in the development of physical, intellectual, spiritual and artistic aspects of life holistically. This one word repeats again and again, right? All-round development, you can say, to sum it up in the easiest terms. So our present day education system has a lot to learn from the ancient education system of India. We at present day education, it's just percentage based education wherein particular syllabus is there and all we do is follow those syllabus day in day out during given year. okay, in a given year. Therefore, what happens is the stress is being laid on connecting learning to the world outside the school. Today, educationists recognize the role and importance of multilingual and multicultural education. Multilingual means many language, multicultural, many cultures, right? India is a land of tradition, caste, custom and culture. Like we see in social science lesson, usually India is described as a land which has diverse culture, isn't it? So there is this connection that connects the ancient and the traditional knowledge with contemporary learning, whatever is going on. So we need to build in some kind of connection so that things are proper, things are better, which is unfortunately not happening as yet. Okay. So with this we come to a conclusion of a wonderful lesson on education of India. Part 1 was already uploaded. I believe you all have watched. So thanks for watching. If you have any question, feel free to write them in the comment box. Okay. And also remember to subscribe, share and like. Thank you all for watching. Like I said, do like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a great time.